Hey Pisces star seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's see what the messages are. Okay, at the split of the Oracle deck, we have Innocence and Guardian Angel. Okay, so let's see. Pisces, if you're new here, welcome. It's a small channel, but full of heart. So welcome. And Pisces energy is about innocence and not naive. It's just you have this young spirit, this young heart. You are this eternal spring. No matter what your age is, you have a youthfulness about you, which is refreshing. When people come across you, they feel this feeling of hope. That, wow, there are good people out there in the world. So know that that's part of what you do here on earth. You know, with that guardian angel card there as well, you have this very protective energy and gracefulness. You make everything difficult seem easy, especially going through difficulties in life. You have this resilience that's just so lovely. Okay, so we have divine timing. So let's see. It can be hard to be patient for divine timing, but when it actually comes about, you can sit for a few minutes and realize, yep, that's why it needed to be, as it is. So there's a saying, it is written. So there may be something that you need to write down as far as your goals. It can be small lists of things you want to accomplish every day, every week, every month, every year. And keep track of that for yourself to make sure that your needs are met, your goals are met, that you're not just giving all of your wonderful energy and forgetting about what you want to create for yourself. So we always need that friendly reminder. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say about this divine timing. And also, at the bottom, there was peace. So you have this really peaceful energy, this nurturing energy. And we need that right now. We really do, because people can be so hateful and mean-spirited. It just brings out the worst in everyone. So you're that counterbalance. That's why you're needed now. And it's important for you to be out in the world and interact with people in that way that you do, because it changes that perspective, which is the Five of Swords. This is that conflict that hurts everything, everyone, no one wins. These eagles, they're fighting each other and they're knocking the nest or the eggs out of the nest, so that's the future generations don't even appear because they're hurt, they're damaged. So we have the Dreamer, Queen of Swords. We have the Elementalist, the King of Swords. And we have the Weaver, which is the Page of Swords. So the King and Queen of Swords, that is, let's see, very intelligent, very logical, very smart, very particular. It's not necessarily the most loving of energy because it all comes from the mind. It's what makes logical sense, what is clear, what is true, what is backed by science or some kind of evidence. If we think about it, in an earthly realm kind of way. And it's all air energy. So if we want to take it to that higher octave that us Pisces live in, it's using our imagination, our mind, our intuition. It's very powerful. What you think, you create. Your imagination makes everything possible. If you can imagine it, you can create it. So said Albert Einstein, also Pisces. It's where all these inventions come from. So do not underestimate the power of your mind to turn something like this 5 of birds all around. So it's changing people's minds. Okay, what is this? Who is this dreamer, this Queen of Swords? We have the Queen of Cups, the mender. So it's balancing out that emotion with logic, with, okay, if I take away my emotion, what's left? If I take away my mind, what's left? But even here in this image, it seems sad, melancholy, even though you cannot see a face. It's someone that's holding their face, their head in their hands. We've all been there. How is this going to work out? I'm feeling all these feelings. What do I do with them? So this is the part where there's this elevation. It's like levity. You detach from your emotions and you look at things from a higher perspective. In 5 years, will this matter? Because when we're in those depths of emotion, it's hard to see our way out. So remember, you have that power within you. You're like, okay, I don't like the way this is feeling emotionally. Now what do I do? So it's really important in the times where you're feeling a bit of overwhelm is to zoom out. Zoom way out. Okay? All right, and then the elementalist. We have the Knight of Swords, so lots of sword energy. Okay, tap into that. And that's the fighter. We also have illumination. So seeing things from a different perspective. We have the Sun card here. If you have a tendency to go down in the dumps, sit and say, okay, what's the opposite? If I have just imagined all the worst case scenarios, what are the best case scenarios? What could go right? Okay, because with the Sun card here, that's the most, and also illumination. These are the most powerful energies out there. This light that's so bright, that's you. So you can create with that energy, even in a dark time. We have the Empress here, the Peacock. And we have the Magician, the Crow. So remember, your powers of creation start in your mind. Use that energy right now. It's really powerful. Mercurial energy. Messenger of the gods kind of energy. It also feels very much part of your work, part of your business is just using your mind and like thinking of different ways to solve any kind of issue that might come up or create a new path of how to do something. You're the visionary. People want to know your input. All right, what's the Weaver? Okay, we've got another 5 of Pentacles. So it's almost like there's this expectation that you'll fail. Things won't work out. Things will bottom out. You'll lose everything. Money, health, energy. All those things we hold dear. Family, loved ones. It's almost like there's this energy wondering, okay, is Pisces able to overcome this? Can they do it? It's almost like a contest or competition. What will happen? What will Pisces do? Okay. But I feel like there's this energy of being underestimated. Wow. Yeah, we have the 8 of Cups here. It's part of your journey, part of your path, your mission, your pilgrimage here on earth. And yet, with the 7 of Swords, 7 of Birds, remember, like I said, you're being observed? It's like you're not supposed to do this. This isn't supposed to work out for you. But guess what? It does. People underestimate Pisces all the time. They're like, oh, their heads in the clouds. They have no idea what's going on. But that's the thing. You have all the ideas. You can bend energy to your will. You can think something, and the next thing you know, someone's talking about it, or you hear it on online, on the radio, and it pops up, or someone's conversation, and people are like, wait, you just said that, and then they just said that. Stuff like that happens to you all the time. And that's your magic right there, Pisces, is because you can tap into all of those little signs and synchronicities, all those small little things, and then it all lines up. It all works out. It's like you're playing chess light years ahead of everyone else. Oh, so look. All right. So we've got the winged boar. That's very much when pigs fly, that unbelievable, that's not supposed to ever happen. And then we have the Ace of Cups, Ace of Lotuses, and strawberries. This is a bonus card. It's about enjoying the sweetness of life. So this is you, Pisces. You show up in these cold and barren situations. Let's just take a look. I'm going to put these all in order because it's all of the court cards. Okay, we have the Weaver, we have the Fighter, we have the Dreamer, and we have the Elementalist. This scene is quite cold. Okay, and then guess what? You show up and everything turns around. Ace of Cups. It's like you're the lucky rabbit's foot. The talisman that wards off evil and negativity in anyone's life that you come around. And then we see here the entertainer and the peacemaker. And look, this entertainer, what are they doing? They're juggling these strawberries, remember? Enjoying the sweetness of life. Creating peace out of chaos. That's this 5 of birds. That's what you do. You're very comfortable in chaos. So you'll notice that people always want to be around you when they're having problems in their life, okay? You'll never be able to get away from this. It's just deciding, all right. So it's that diplomacy, that tolerance, you know, that sympathetic nature that you have that's so important right now. We have the entertainer, and that is the Knight of Pentacles. So it's steady, right? Knights, they're on quest, they take action, but Pentacles move slower, let's say, than the other signs. They want to make sure that everything is accounted for, that things are working out. But since it's the entertainer, it's making it fun, okay? And then also the peacemaker. It's taking emotions that feel hurtful and creating peace. That's you. So remember, Pisces, you do this for others, but you also do it for yourself. So when things start to feel overwhelming, give yourself that time to come back to your own energy. You're just feeling everyone around you going nuts. So just come back. I'm okay. My life is peaceful. I have peace in my own heart. I'm using my mind and my heart in a positive way to be creative in a positive way. I'm not going to create more chaos. If I need to retreat, I will. And that's what this 2 of trees, 2 of pentacles is. This individual here that's walking through this place, it's like a desert. And Pisces, you don't operate well in a desert. You need a lot of water. So drink water, especially when you're going through a lot of heavy thoughts or emotions, even physically. You know, drink your water. Get into water. If you can only wash your hands at the bare minimum, do that. Hold it in your hands, almost like this. And just hold it, feel it. Because that's what will reinvigorate you. Because there's a lot of energy around you with this 8 of Wands. This is fire. Okay? So it's like you need to cool the jets. Cool your own jets. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's part of your work. So remember, look. Remember, it's all barren and desert-like. But then you show up and you bring water. And it starts to bloom. That's part of your work. That's why you're here, Pisces. You bring refreshment to people. You're that cool drink of water after a long hot day. Or you're that warm blanket after a storm and it's cold. You're the comforting energy that people need. But remember, when you start to feel tired and depleted, it's not comforting for you. So make sure you have enough time while you're operating in the world to take some quiet time. Even if it's just a little bit, it's important. And at the very least, make sure you're drinking your water, staying hydrated, and, you know, getting rest. Because you cannot be refreshing if you are exhausted. If you have no water, no one else is allowed to drink. Okay, let me see. Yeah, your skin might be dry. You know, do things like, you know, those kind of spa type things. I mean, not even. You do it at home. You know, clean your body, hydrate your skin. You know, eat and drink nourishing, hydrating foods. Because there is a lot going on around you that is taking a lot of your energy, a lot of your water. It seems dry. Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, yeah, we have the Three of Wands. This is about progress, moving forward. It's like you're elevating, you're levitating, you're ascending. Not everyone can go with you. Some will try to hold you back because they want to keep your comfort around them. And understandably so, but that's a no. You have to keep moving on. Yeah, more air. Wow, 8 of birds, 6 of birds. So be careful, because there is this energy out there that wants to like trap you, because you are the light in the storm. You are the beacon. So if you keep moving on, there's energy that loses this beacon. But that's the thing. As the messenger of the gods, you leave the message. That's it. And you keep going. It's not to find out what happened and what they do with the message. Did they read it? Did they burn it? Did they listen? You know, it's not that. You just give the message and then you keep moving on. All right, so yeah, make sure that you don't get caught up with everyone else's mental place with all their drama. There's so much air sign here. Air, water mostly. Yeah, like this winged boar. It's like when pigs fly. The heaviness. Okay? It happens. You are able to uplift it, but it can easily fall back down. So there's a lot of energy that's like pulling on you mentally. So give yourself a mind break. Power down. Get somewhere quiet. You know, listen to some water sounds, rain sounds. In the bathtub. Close your eyes while you drink water. Okay, Pisces, because it's a lot of thinking. And it's overwhelming you. Overwhelming your gentleness, because so much is happening. So it's really important to center yourself so that you don't revert back to that exhaustion that comes from helping everyone else. And that's your shadow, all right? That's the martyr. You help everyone else and sacrifice yourself. We're not doing that. That's the shadow side of Pisces. The divine, elevated part of Pisces is a leader. You show people what to do, but you don't do it for them. They have to put in the effort. All right, Pisces, so I'm going to leave this here. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much. Know that we're all here for you. Get some mental rest. All right, Pisces, I love you. I'll see you soon.